Hello and welcome back to Sorted Food.
Now, when it comes to crowd-funded kitchen gadgets, we love to explore why these things exist, what problem they're trying to solve, and who in their right mind would go about buying them.
So for that reason, and on the topic of welcoming back, we're going to put 3 of these gadgets to the test. Guess who's back? It's our very own chef, James Curry. Woo! Where have you been?
Thank you. That was nice.
Gadget number 1. Lift the cloche. He hasn't forgotten how to do that. But what is it?
Something to do with beer.
Designed because the best way to drink beer is topless.
Sorry, not quite what you think.
No, it is. I agree.
So the draft top is designed to safely take the top off an entire can of beer so that you can drink from it like a glass and get all of the extra aromas that are otherwise trapped inside and you don't really get through a single ring pull.
That sounds terrifying.
It does, doesn't it?
Shall we try it?
I think we should. So you need to pull your little handle out, then push down on top, clamp shut, and you need to twist it about 180 degrees or so. But the thing to watch for is as you're holding the can, hold the can from the bottom so the can doesn't squeeze when you release the pressure.
And push it in.
And then release the lever.
I totally understand what it's doing right now. So it's like that, right?
Job done.
What's annoying is he's actually done quite well there, because Ben and I tried to do this before we started filming and we made a right old mess.
But essentially what you've ended up with is a safe drinking vessel. And the reason for that is it kind of cuts and folds, or shreds and folds at the same time. So it's actually turning the sharp edges in on itself.
It's cool, like it worked. It did exactly what it said it would.
We've very deliberately given you an aromatic, hoppy, citrusy ale. Does drinking it like that help?
It's been a while since I've had a beer. I don't think I've had a beer this year.
Does that mean we're the bad influence?
Maybe.
If I did want to have the drinking experience of drinking it without a ring pull type situation, I'd prefer to pour it into a glass, because then you can kind of control the head and make sure there is a head. Being British, I like a head.
He's back.
What they say about this is that with the top taken off completely, it is much easier to pour if you want, rather than chugging out where it's fighting against air trying to get in. So it's a much easier pour to control. The other thing that's kind of useful is if your beer or any canned drink you prefer with a garnish, for example, a bit of lime, some orange and a blue moon, then you certainly can't be pushing that into a ring pull, but now you have the option of doing that. If you're out and about, picnicking, barbecuing, camping, and you haven't got glasses, but you have got cans, then the draft top slips into your pocket easy.
I'm not a massive beer drinker, but I do like a rum and coke.
You could take the top off your Coke
Yeah.
and you could pop in your miniature of rum.
That would actually be really good.
I imagine it will get a reaction from people. And if you think about the reaction, as a crowd-funded thing, this got a huge reaction. So this was massively overfunded, over $600,000 worth of funding on the platform originally. And as of yesterday, from when we filmed this, it was actually backed by Shark Tank, one of the sharks. So it has got proper backing. It is a new approach.
Now, bearing in mind that this has been created by normal people trying to get this idea off the ground, these aren't mass-produced yet, how much do you think it costs to back this?
I'm gonna say like $20.
It's $24.99, which is about £18.
So we've seen it in action, we've heard the price. The question is, did this open your mind, or is it not worth the find?
It does what it says it does. It has opened my mind. I'm open to it.
Number 2, James, please lift it.
Feels nice.
It's very tactile, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very tactile. Well, it's sticky, so maybe it's like a worktop saver.
Ooh.
This is Scrub Bio, the latest generation of environmentally friendly silicone brush for kitchen and bathroom. Magic for your daily life and ultra durable to preserve nature. It's 8-in-1 multifunctional uses and is recyclable, ultra durable and high quality silicone. In fact, it's magic.
But can you name all 8 functions?
Scrubbing.
It can scrub vegetables, pans or plates.
My next point was that you don't want to be scrubbing vegetables with the same scrubber that you want to scrub pans with, right?
Given that it's silicone and easy to clean, it wouldn't actually make any difference. Unlike a dishcloth, you wouldn't want to have a dishcloth you've necessarily done soil and then stuff, but actually once you've used that, it will be like new. It's you won't break it. And you've got 2 different strengths of scrubber, one on each side.
It works.
Well, let's move on.
With the pans specifically, it's very gentle, especially on non-stick pans.
In fairness, if it is gentle on pans, then that's a good thing. It seems to be working well.
The good thing is it is indeed magnetic, so it can stick onto anything nearby, and if that thing isn't magnetic, then it comes with its own magnetic thing, so that you can put that next to the sink or next to whichever place you scrub your veggies, I don't know.
We've given you a few more clues now, James. Can you guess the rest of the functions?
A coaster.
Check.
A spoon holder.
Check.
Are you serious?
A spoon rest, yeah, it's handy, right? A trivet or a worktop saver, you're absolutely right.
Check.
But
5.
ooh, what if that lid's hot?
Good point.
Like that.
Yes! 6.
Ow.
Also, this thing is just as useful in the bathroom as it is the kitchen.
Okay, yeah.
So you could put your soap
Get
on
that.
it, you could scrub your back with it.
Yeah, scrub someone else's back with it.
Oh.
Now
Right.
we're talking.
Barry and Ben are the best of friends.
I like it. I think the important thing is to focus on the environmental impact, and that's its selling feature rather than the 8-in-1, which makes it feel a little bit ridiculous.
And I think that's the bit that caught everyone's attention. It's been backed by over 2,000 backers. It's raised over 70,000 euros. So let's talk price. This came as a set of 2 for 21 euros. That's about 18 quid. And the question is, would you put one in your kitchen?
I would put it in my kitchen as a replacement for scouring pads and cloths. If it works and if it stays clean, then it's a good product. I don't think I'd use it for anything else.
And therefore the question, will you join the club or is it not worth the scrub?
I will join the club, for sure. They're a little bit expensive, but I guess you're going to save in the long term, right?
Okay, James, not in its original box, but gadget number 3.
The cloche is doing its job. I can't see what it is. Oh,
First impressions, what is it?
heavy. It's good quality. Does heavy mean quality?
Not in Jamie's case.
Touche, Ebbers, but I will have my vengeance.
What goes in here?
Open your own laundrette, maybe?
It's a rotisserie thing, but there's no heat element.
So where's the heat going to come from?
The oven?
James, this is the Roto Q360, the world's first non-electric, self-rotating rotisserie. Cook smart, eat smart.
Non-electric. Maybe it can go in the oven, but how does it rotate? Oh, is it wind up?
You're a wind-up.
Kinetic energy, stored with a winded twist.
I missed you just saying random sentences.
Got some instructions for you. James, you'll notice as you construct it, it means that it stores flat pack and therefore takes up minimal space.
Guys, I think I've put it together.
It doesn't require any electricity, gas or batteries to run. It's been engineered to fit into any home. If you own an oven, you can put it into your kitchen.
Have you ever felt like you needed this in your life?
Once we tried to make Peking duck and you want it to hang in the oven, this might have helped.
So you've chosen the basket there. You can imagine that's useful for any number of things, from roasting coffee beans, nuts, seeds,
Or playing bingo?
or tombola, yeah. Utilising a gearbox that stores kinetic energy when the knob of the device is turned, 3 minutes equals 1 turn, and therefore the maximum number of turns is 20 and can give you an hour of cooking.
What are we going to cook with it?
Glad you asked.
Okay, so you've now got in front of you all the ingredients you need to make our roast beetroot with spiced yogurt recipe from our Meal Packs app. We're keen to see how the beetroot roasts in this spinny tumble dryer thing.
Okay, I have the app. Shall I go for it?
Please.
Cool.
Like thousands of people have backed this, so the concept's obviously really strong, but personally, I don't know how much difference it actually makes to, say, a rotisserie chicken.
Well, we grew up with roast chicken, so that's what we know and love, but that's always done on a baking tray and is very different to roasting anything in rotation because it's much more even. The juices kind of drip and self-baste what you're cooking, and then the excess drips into a tray. So they are different. I think we're more used to roast chicken in an oven on a tray.
Goes in the oven, 200 degrees for 15 minutes or so.
I think we should stress that the gearbox is particularly noisy until, of course, you put it into your hot sound chamber.
It makes me think that something's like sizzling
Yeah.
or like hitting the bottom of the oven, so just gotta remember that everything's fine, hopefully.
Because we were so forward-thinking, we crowdfunded 2 of these, and therefore we have another one in the other kitchen with chicken going round and round and round, and we'll compare both at the end.
Did we solely back this one? Are we the main
It had
funders?
over 9,000
Okay,
backers,
good.
we were 2 of them.
Does it work under a grill? Because that's what I'd be excited about. Using it under a grill, like the same as the kebabs.
I guess if you've got space to put it under your grill.
Yeah.
Grubs up, James. Big day. Oh, hello.
Ta-da! Ow.
You've burnt yourself more than once on that, haven't you, so far?
It's a bit difficult when it's hot because this is heavy. Oh, that worked.
I'm liking the kale crisps.
Mmm.
Be even better if you had something in the basket that was dripping onto them.
Yeah, it really lends itself to stuff that has its own fat involved. Meat, basically. So the beetroot is cooked. I'm plating it up with my yogurt dressing, quinoa and kale.
So the beetroot you've tossed back in that kind of balsamic oil seasoned dressing. How's it looking? Is it an even roast? Is it good? Is it bad? How's it working for you?
It is definitely even. I think something like nuts would be really good because pine nuts you put in the oven and 5 minutes later they're black. If you're cooking like big batches of nuts or more likely coffee beans, that'd be great.
Fancy, wholesome, yummy, and can be done with or without rotisserie.
Well,
Loving that.
well, while you're finishing that, we've also got a rotisserie chicken in the other kitchen. We'll bring in, we'll plate up, and we'll taste them all.
Certainly smells good.
Well, that was easy.
I am as excited for those potatoes in the bottom drip tray as I am for the chicken.
They are calling me.
This has done everything I would expect of a rotisserie chicken. It's really even. It's really succulent. Breast looks great. What a good day.
What a great day. Welcome back.
You've got a really nice even colour. It's nice chicken, but the potatoes are incredible. That's why I went for that first, because they are better than what you could do otherwise. If I'm comparing it to a rotisserie chicken that I would buy from a shop, it's as good, it's the same.
But surely the best bet for that machine is over the barbecue, where there is one heat source covered the bottom. I think all you have to do is remove that tray and you can put it on a barbie.
Yeah, it'd be great on a barbie.
So we paid kind of the early bird price, the bundle price, and it was $99 for that with all of the attachments.
If I had $100 to spend on kitchen equipment, I'd probably go for something else above this. But if you've got all of that stuff, then go for it.
So is it a clever rotation or a strange creation?
A clever rotation, it's a clever rotation.
Well, it's over to you guys. Can you see yourselves backing any of these gadgets?
And keep your eyes peeled. If you see other kitchen gadgets that are currently being crowdfunded, do you think we should jump on the proverbial back of? Comment down below.
And tweet us at Sorted Food with the hashtag SortedGadgets.
It is a fridge magnet, so it's really easy to... On top of all of its uses, it's really easy to store because... Oh, that was even close. Well, I'm giving you your bloopers, let's put it that way. It's also a fridge magnet... Oh, on top of its environmentally friendly design and 8 uses, it... Oh.
Bloody hell.
The question is, James, worth a scrub? I'm not even... I'm just...